Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well, that you are in good vibes. So, we are going to check the energies, do a collective read, see what are the messages that we are getting for the collective. So first of all, just a reminder, I said this is a collective read, which means that it might be for you, it might not be for you, it might be partly for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Use your intuition as always, especially when we are talking about a collective read. Don't take on you a story that is not yours, right? If I'm talking about masculine or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender. It can be the gender, but it can just be the energy someone is operating from. So we have the Emperor in the upright, the Hangman in the reverse, and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's see what else. The Seven of Swords. Ooh. Okay. And we have the High Priestess in reverse. Oh, this reminds me of something that I saw online. So, the Emperor, this is the person we are talking about here. It might be a masculine, doesn't have to be. Unable to see things from a new perspective, and they kind of feel stuck here with this Hangman in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. They might have listened to bad advice, or they have no one to help them with a certain situation, because what they did was sneaky behavior. The Seven of Swords here, it is in the upright, which might mean that they didn't say all the truth of what they did. When we are talking about the Seven of Swords, this is sneaky behavior. It is selfish behavior. It can be lying, stealing, cheating, making up stories about someone, taking from someone. It's in the upright. It doesn't mean that it's not revealed, but we don't have an answer here. We just know that this Emperor has acted in very, very sneaky ways, and they have no one here to ask for advice, or the advice that they got was truly not good. It was not good. High Priestess here, yeah, they are not connected to their intuition, they are not connected to their higher power. I cannot show you this card because she is undressed here. Yeah, I kind of feel an Emperor that has put himself in a bad situation, but from their own choice, kind of. And they feel stuck now. They feel stuck now. So we will get more information here. Let's see. What should we know here about this Emperor? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they were trying to take themselves out of a situation, and it seems like they made their situation even worse by doing that. The Tower, yeah, trying to avoid a catastrophe, trying to avoid a downfall. Yeah, it's never a good idea, because a tower will always fall. When there is no good foundation, you cannot avoid it. Every time that you are trying to avoid for the tower to fall when it's supposed to fall, you are just making your situation worse. This is exactly what I see here. Let's see, what else should we know here about this Emperor? Yeah, they lost control of the situation. The Strength card in reverse. They totally lost control of the situation, maybe even of themselves, their feelings. The Ace of Wands. They are trying to find an idea about what to do next regarding this situation. I'm afraid that they are trying to find a sneaky idea, because we are here under the Seven of Wands with this Ace of Wands. Yeah, they are stressed out. The Nine of Wands. To be honest, I don't know how this Nine of Swords has fallen. It doesn't really matter, because they are stressed out, or they are trying to take themselves out of this stressful situation. Yeah, they feel stuck. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They feel totally stuck. Tell me more about this Emperor. We already knew that they felt stuck with this Hangman in reverse. Page of Swords, yes, because they lied. They lied. They didn't say the truth. I kind of feel that it's not even that they didn't say the truth. They made up stories knowing very well that they were making up stories. Yeah, because they refused. They didn't want to defend themselves or give an explanation. This kind of feels like gaslighting, maybe, you know? Somebody is asking you, listen, what's going on here? And instead of answering, they try to avoid answering, and so they made up a whole situation, maybe pretending that they were the victim in this situation. This is not the energy of an emperor, but it might be someone. Look, the moment I'm saying this is not the energy of the emperor, what comes out? Emperor in reverse. So we are dealing here with someone, I was just going to say it. We might be dealing with someone who sees themselves as an emperor, but this is not the behavior of an emperor. Yes, of course not. This is the behavior of an emperor in reverse. So we might be dealing here with someone who is truly acting from their ego. They have an image to maintain. This is the priority. And so they did things here that are not okay. The Seven of Swords, this is disrespectful, selfish, no consideration for hurt or consequences. You would think, why would an emperor act this way? Because it's not truly an emperor. It is someone who is trying to maintain some kind of image. This is what it is. When in fact we are dealing here with somebody that in fact, even if it's not obvious to the eye, it is someone who is insecure. Because they live behind a mask, they pretend to be someone that they are not. The Emperor in reverse is very much trying to control the situation, control other people, because they are afraid that people will see their true self. Okay, this is kind of revealing. This is very revealing. Let's see what we have here with the Hangman in reverse. Someone unwilling to see the situation from another perspective. Someone feeling stuck. Hangman in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Someone lazy. Someone who doesn't want to do the work. Hangman in reverse. Everything is falling. Yeah, they are in a dark place. The sun is in reverse. No abundance. I will come closer to the table, so maybe the cards won't fall on my lap. That would be nice. Three of Pentacles in reverse. I kind of feel here that they might be Three of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse. I'm saying that because here on those cards, it's written in small, right? So this is why I'm telling you about the card. Ooh. This tells me that they are surrounded by people who might have given them a terrible advice. The Three of Pentacles is talking about co-working, working together. Very often there is one person that is the main character and that is the teacher. So it kind of feels to me that this person has got lost in other people's advice, but it's about a situation where they are not totally transparent about the truth, as they are maintaining their image of this emperor, when we know that we are dealing here with the emperor in reverse. Tell me more here. What should we know? Very interesting. Yeah, you see this emperor here came out like this. We have again maintaining this image, maintaining I feel like mental disassociation, a person who has lost themselves in their lies, in their image, in their mask. There is something here, like if they truly, they don't trust themselves at all. And so they are asking to other people, all kind of people, and we might have people here working together, a lot of people working together, maybe hoping to keep this emperor stuck. Tell me more here. Knight of Cups. Seduction, avoidance, High Priestess reverse, Knight of Cups reverse. Yeah, we are dealing here with someone who is an avoidant, obviously. They might be very charming. We are with the Knight of Cups here. It is someone maybe counting on their charm in order to get out of every situation. But they have no intuition at all. The nine, yeah, no, this time it's obvious, okay? The Nine of Swords. They are stressed out. They cannot sleep. They are nervous. About something that they did recklessly, impulsively, hot-headed, something very irresponsible. They didn't think about the consequences of their actions. The Knight of Wands in reverse. We might be talking about someone here that you were in kind of a dating situation. I don't want to say a relationship, even though it might be a relationship. But in fact, the Knight of Cups in reverse would make you think that you are in a relationship with them, when in fact, emotionally, they are not truly involved. Because I said this is someone who doesn't, they are avoidant, right? This is what I told you before. They are avoidant. Why? because they are afraid of their own feelings. This is someone who is unhealed, and they don't even want to touch to their feelings. So as soon as they feel that their heart is opening to someone, they will run away. They want to keep it very superficial. So because we are with this Emperor in reverse, we are talking about someone here that might feel the need to seduce other people because it feeds their ego. But once you are seduced by who they are not, right, because they are presenting themselves to be something, and in fact they are somebody totally different. So whatever charm they present, it is fake. Their words are fake. They are truly playing a role. And so now they are desperate, stressed out about something that they did spontaneously, recklessly. There was kind of a situation and they acted from this avoidant place, not wanting to take responsibility, and so they did something. Knight of Wands in reverse, hot-headed. Page of Cups. Avoidance. Totally avoidance. No feelings, no consideration for anybody's feelings. Nothing. Immature. Tell me more. Playing the victim. Queen of Cups in reverse. Playing the victim. This is why they are stuck. They transform the narrative, whatever narrative it is, in order to avoid taking accountability and responsibility, not caring about the consequences of their actions at all. They didn't care about you. It was all about saving face, right? So they play the victim, the Queen of Cups in reverse. They play the victim, and which is kind of funny, while, so they play the victim and they are crying and they are hurt and they are this and they are that. But in fact, we are talking here about someone who has no feelings. They have no feelings. The only thing that they might feel, it is maybe anger and frustration, stress. Why? Because we are with someone avoidant. So they are numb, in fact. But when you numb your feelings, you are numbing the good ones and the bad ones. And the only thing that you feel then, it is the energy of trying to push away something. Sorry about my voice. It is early in the morning. And so what they feel, in fact, is this energy in their body of trying to repress something. So the energy that they feel, it is anger, resentment. This is what they feel. But it's not truly feeling. It's a consequence of not allowing themselves to feel. We'll take another one here for the Hangman. Let's see. The Hangman in reverse, another one. Yeah, they are not happy, they are not celebrating anymore. They might have been partying all the time, being with their friends, partying, doing, they are not anymore. Three of Cups. Okay, let's see what is this Three of Pentacles. That was doubled. This was very interesting. I don't know if I already had this. But truly two cards exactly the same came one under the other. Very interesting. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me more, please. Again. Look. The Emperor in reverse. Yeah, they were very misguided. But can we be surprised that they were misguided? Ace of Cups. Yeah, they might think that their only option now to take themselves out of this situation, it is to apologize. Tell me more here about the Seven of Pentacles. Look at that! Seven of Swords again. This is absolutely crazy. You see here? The Seven of Swords. This is totally crazy. Yeah, they even lied to the people that were supposed to give them advice. You know, it's like you are taking a lawyer because you need to defend yourself of a situation, and instead of saying the truth to the lawyer, you are lying to the lawyer. And so the lawyer, which is on your side, which is supposed to be able to help you, in fact, the lawyer cannot help you. Because you are lying to the ones that are supposed to help you. So how are they supposed to help you? Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they want to put down the burdens now. Or they are crashing under the burdens. I feel that here we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. I truly feel here under the Seven of Swords that they are crashing under the burdens that they created themselves. Tell me more here. Three of Pentacles in reverse. It might it might also mean here that their team wants to put down the burdens and say, you know what? I lied because of your lies. I risk my life, my reputation, my career, whatever it may be. So, I'm sorry, but I'm putting back the burdens on you. It's your lies. You lied to us. Queen of Pentacles. Tell me more here about the Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. What should we know? Queen of Pentacles. King of Swords in reverse, manipulating a situation. It was about maintaining their stability. They thought that if they were lying to everyone, they could maintain their stability. You know, I think that we are dealing with someone who is so used to be in their role. They lost total track of their own identity. They believe in their narrative so deeply that they don't even realize, like, High Priestess reverse, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is truly the those two are the coldest people. I would say we might be dealing here with a psychopath, truly. This is someone cold, calculating, manipulative, controlling, this is the coldest person of all the deck, with the Emperor in reverse, which doubles this person. It's this person also might have thought that they could speak to people's hearts somehow, but once again, based on lies, based on manipulation, on lies, nothing is real here. I kind of feel that they wanted to protect their image, their status, with this Queen of Pentacles here. Their money, their assets, their Eight of Wands. Yeah, no, this Ace of Cups here with this Ace of Wands, they might want to communicate with you and apologize to you. But I kind of feel that it's just another manipulation, right? It's trying to get themselves out of a situation. Absolutely. Two of Cups in reverse. It's a way to put the burdens back on you. Two of Cups in reverse. They don't care about you. They don't apologize for you. It's another manipulation. Yeah, because you are still standing. But you have a lot of boundaries, and they know that it won't be so easy to approach you. You are very protective of yourself. They know it. Let's get into the Seven of Swords now. They know that it won't be easy to approach you. Did I tell you that it was the Nine of Wands in the upright? I don't know if I said that. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Yeah, they're trying to plan something now. The Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Trying to see up. This fell on the floor. Let's see. Five of Cups. This not only fell on the floor, it fell like far on the floor. So the Five of Cups, it is, yeah, they are in a very, very dark place. Very dark. They are trying to plan, but I kind of feel that with this Five of Cups, they are trying to plan from a very dark place. The Seven of Swords here. You know what? Whatever they did here, right? Whatever we are talking about, that they are not now, you know, stuck and paying the consequences of whatever they did. When they did what they did, their, you know, their reckless, impulsive behavior, there was some kind of plan here, but they planned all their way of thinking, all their way of acting, all their inner programming, you know, like our brain is what our decisions, the way that we perceive life, it depends on our programming, our brain, our history. We are talking here about someone who, I think, never healed of anything. Am I surprised? No, because we saw the Queen of Cups in reverse talking about somebody being in a victim's mentality. Someone who is in a victim's mentality, it has become part of their identity. They are not healing. They don't even want to heal because this is their comfort for us from the outside, somebody being in this victim's mentality, when we listen to them, we might think it's absolutely terrible. You know, why would you want to stay there? But for some people, it is truly their comfort. So whatever plan they did, it already came from such a dark space. It already came from such a bad programming. Magician. If you are wondering how I'm turning when it's like not clear, I'm turning always clockwise. The Magician. Yeah, manipulation. This is their way of behaving. It's manipulation. And now they are stuck with it. They cannot move forward anymore. Because manipulation only works if the person that you are trying to manipulate doesn't see that you are trying to manipulate them. But once they see it, that's it, you are stuck. They lost control of the situation. They cannot move forward. The Chariot. Reverse. Block. This sounds like someone who never took accountability in their whole life. They always charmed their way out of every situation possible. Justice is here. Yeah, they will need to take accountability, one thing or not. The Justice is here. This is why they are blocked. They cannot even act from this energy of the Seven of Swords. Lying, stealing, manipulating, making up false proofs, charming their way out, gaslighting. They cannot do it anymore. It's over. Tell me more here about the Seven of Swords. Again, this Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I think that nobody wants to help them anymore. We have a group here, right? Obviously. Yeah, because they understand that they are dealing here with someone. Page of Wands. That acts out of passion. There is something that comes to my mind. I'm hesitating to say that, but I will. I kind of feel here that we might be dealing with someone here that is delusional. They think truly that they are kind of... What I got, it is like even a spiritual aspect. They think, you know, it is like someone who think that they have been chosen by the highest, right? While in fact they are possessed by evil. And so they might hear messages, you know, thinking that it is the highest talking to them. But in fact they are possessed by a dark entity. This is what I feel here. I'm sorry, it sounds terrible, but I need to give out the messages that I'm getting. And this is what I'm getting. Let's see. Tell me more here. Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's lies. Whatever they think that they hear, it's lies, and they don't learn. They don't learn anything. Look at this card. This is a student. The Page of Swords. Somebody willing to learn, willing to gain awareness, willing to understand the physics of life. Here, it's not the case. I truly feel that it's someone like possessed. I don't truly, you know, adhere to all those ideas here. But you know what? Look at the image of this emperor. The Fool. What is the Fool here? The Eight of Wands reverse. Yeah, they are totally blocked. They want a new beginning. You know, this card of the Fool, it also talks about someone who is following their belief in the highest, right? There is something here about, I trust you, God, I'm ready for my new beginning, take me wherever you think that I need to go. It's truly, I have faith in you. I give myself to you. But they are giving themselves to a dark entity. They are not giving themselves to the highest. They give themselves to their inner dialogue that is unhealed. Driven by ego. Knight of Cups. Listen, if this is one of your exes, they might want to come in and try to charm you. Maybe send you a message. Pretend that they are some kind of prince on a white horse. Romance you. Let me just remind you that we are talking here about someone that... This is what I want you to understand, right? People will talk and say things, sometimes consciously manipulating you, but most people, especially when we are talking about someone like that, they have no self-conscience. So they can say to someone words that in fact those words have no weight. Why? Because they don't have. They have no real foundation. You know, some people say I love you very easily. Very easily. It's easy for them to say. And it doesn't mean that saying I love you, but you know, like in a relationship, very quickly they say I love you. But this I love you doesn't have any weight. If you say it so easily to so many people, you know, after 2 or 3 days, and we are talking not about friendship here, right? But even in friendship, you know, like for some, you know, like saying you can trust me. If you cannot trust yourself, this is a better example. Saying to someone, you can trust me. If this person that says that cannot even trust themselves, they can truly believe that they are trustworthy, but they don't realize that they are not even trustworthy to themselves. So when they say, you can trust me, no. You think that I can trust you, but you can even not trust yourself. You understand what I mean? So let's see what is with this High Priestess in reverse. I was saying that because they want to come in and seduce you, and they might tell you all kind of words right? Because right now they are desperate, and so they might believe in their words, but it is someone unstable. So their words are as unstable as they are. This is what I meant. I'm getting from one idea and then I realize that I didn't even finish what I wanted to say. I'm sorry about that. So, High Priestess in reverse, what should we know here? King of Wands. This is how they painted you, my dear collective. Six of Swords. The Lovers in reverse. Yeah, this is how they painted you, like a High Priestess in reverse, like a dark entity, you know, exactly what they are inhabited by. But what they are. This is how they painted you, like somebody dark. Somebody who is acting from a very low place, with no inner knowledge, no inner wisdom, not respecting any rules, no conscience. This is how they painted you, right? And I guess that this is how they painted you the moment that you decided. You might have started to ask questions because things were weird, right? And then you decided to take distance. We have a lot of separation here. A lot of separation, a lot of distance. We might be talking here about an ex, a lover, whatever it may be, but we might also be talking about a family member. We might be talking about a friend. We might be talking about someone that you worked with. So, they knew exactly who you were. They knew that you were someone very, very capable. The King of Wands, someone very intuitive, very inspired, a lot of energy. This is a leader. It is not someone who abuses their power. They have a lot of power. They don't abuse their power. It is someone dynamic and steady. It's a beautiful energy. They knew who you were. But the moment you started to ask questions and you didn't get the answers, you decided to take distance from this relationship. Mentally and emotionally. With the Six of Swords, we are with mentally, understanding that there is something here that is not okay. Then emotionally, Eight of Cups. This is truly, you know, I'm leaving it behind. Going towards the sun because here it's dark. Don't want to be here. They painted you as a High Priestess in reverse. They might even have said that you are doing black magic, that you truly, like, I guess that they adapted their lies according to who they were talking to, in order for it to have the most impact. Tell me more here about the High Priestess. Five of Swords, Six of Cups. Yeah, now they are in a headache. This is exactly what I told you about. They adapted their dialogue according to every person that they were talking to. We are with the swords here, so it is about communication. The 5 is the crisis card. So they made up different stories according to who they were talking to. So for example, if they were talking with someone who has wounds of being their ex has cheated on them, they will present you as a cheater, as someone who is a third party, and what you like to do is destroy other people's weddings, right? And you adapt that to every possible wound, okay? if they were talking to someone very, very, how is the word? What comes to me is religious, but it's not religious. Prude. Somebody very prude. They painted you as someone, you know, lying down with everyone. If they're talking to someone who had a very bad experience with a crook that has stolen from them, they have painted you as someone who is a crook. You understand what I mean? Different stories according to who they're talking to. Yeah, they're totally unhealed. We know that. I also think here, you know, when you stepped out, betrays. A lot of betrays here. Yeah, you took back your power. You understood that there was something there. You have no nostalgia, no regrets. This person might want to come and apologize, but as said, we know why. I think that, you know, they thought that you were naive also. They thought that you would never leave. That you would be maybe, you know, trying to defend yourself all the time. Because maybe they thought that you saw them as a king of wands, an emperor. Empress in reverse. We might also be talking about a mother. Just to be clear, as said in the beginning, when I'm talking about an emperor or king or whatever, doesn't mean especially that it is the gender. So we might be talking about a toxic mother, or a toxic feminine might be involved. It doesn't have to be a mother, but it can be a mother with the Empress in reverse. Or there might be a toxic mother in the picture, a toxic feminine in the picture. Yeah, who might want to keep this masculine because they see that with this masculine they have some kind of stability, happiness. We might be talking here about someone in the ear of this person, or it might be this person who was in some kind of energy of the 10 of Cups with this person, and they wanted to keep them for themselves, so they whispered in their ears what to do, and it was very, very bad advice. It might be a mother, it might be an ex, because we also have here the family card, right? This is the happy family, the happily ever after. So this person might be involved here. Someone trying to control the situation somehow. Isolate this person. Yeah, we saw the card of jealousy before, so we might also have here someone in their ear being very jealous because they want to keep this person for themselves. The Four of Cups talks about being closed off, and so you might miss on a good opportunity because you are so closed off and because you are looking in another direction, and so you don't even consider the good opportunity coming towards you. High Priestess in reverse, what else should we know? Let's end this reading here. Yes, exactly. Somebody wanted to be in a relationship with this person, and So they wanted this person to miss an opportunity, and they might also have made lies about you. Yeah, somebody very opportunistic. A Queen of Pentacles. This is very interesting because I didn't see that coming. So we have here behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, we have here someone who is very opportunistic, and they want to keep this emperor for themselves. It might be an ex, it might be a friend, it might be a mother, it can truly even be this person's mother. You know, sometimes there is this weird thing between a mother and a son. You know, like the mother is treating their son. It often happens when it was a single mother, or there was a divorce. You know, and so the mother is like, there is something a little bit incestuous in this relationship. It doesn't mean that it's physically incestuous, but emotionally there is something like that. We see it very often, very often. So I kind of feel here that there is this thing, but what I feel above it, it's that this feminine, this karmic feminine, it's not just emotionally. They have a hidden agenda here, which is about money, status, power hungry, opportunistic. Like this person was afraid of you because somehow it would take from this person's advantages. Maybe this person was afraid that if people would see you for who you are, would like you, appreciate you, they would lose of their status. We saw the jealousy. We saw the Queen of Wands before in reverse. So it's somebody jealous. So it's somebody who is comparing themselves to everyone. And somehow those kind of people think that if somebody shines, it takes shines from them. I don't know how they fit in your story. You know how it fits. Is this person the Emperor in reverse? Is this the ex? Is this someone in this Emperor ears? I don't know. You know your story. I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it gave you some information. Maybe it confirmed to you something. I would love to read you in the comments. If you were new here and you stay until the end, I hope it means that I made you feel welcome in my space. I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you want to be invited. Once again, be aware when the next party is happening. And if you want to know more about me, I invite you to go into the text box. I wish you all a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, till very, very soon. Bye.